Hello. Welcome to today's training session on creating cases in the new GEMS 2.0 platform. Before we start, please make sure you've already completed the onboarding process and created an account. Once that's been completed, we will then open up our browser and we're going to go to that URL I asked you to bookmark in our onboarding training session video. And that URL is gems.portal.georgia.gov. So we're going to land here, and this is our welcome page for the GEMS 2.0 platform. We're going to navigate up to the ribbon here and click Sign In. And we're going to click under External Sign-In. We're going to click Azure AD B2C. Now, once we click on this page, you should see that this sign-in page should look very similar to what we did in our last video when we were onboarding. And instead of going down to don't have an account and sign up now, we're actually going to use the login we used in the last video, right? So log in here, sign in. And once you sign in, you're going to land on our home page within GEMS 2.0. As you can see, there's information provided that you can read into, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to learn how to create a case. So to do that, we're going to navigate up to the ribbon again and click on Manage Investments. As you can see, I already have a couple investments in here that I've already created, our test case and test case PR. We're going to be creating another version of one of these in this video today. So to do that, we're going to navigate over to Create a Case. Click on the button. We're going to name our initiative. We're going to say this is the test initiative. We're going to select our project type, letting us know if it's fee-based or not. We'll say our project budget is $3 million. And at this point, we want to be able to see that the agency that we provided in our original onboarding session is the agency that is listed in the data field here, right? So as before, our test contact is a part of the test agency. You can see it below. To fill out the agency business owner field, we're going to click on the magnifying glass next to the field here. As you can see, there's a list of contacts. Now, all of these contacts are associated to the agency that you are a part of. As you can see, test agency, they are associated to every single time. If you do not see the business owner within this list of contacts here, please contact the EPMO team so they can get this contact in there for you. In this case here, we're going to click on our test contact as our business owner. We're going to click Select. We're going to fill in that person's email. As you can see, I have it listed below. We're going to verify our primary contact is our test contact here. If you want to change that contact, all you have to do is click the X button here and it clears the field. And if you want to do add a different primary contact, you can click the magnifying glass. The same concept works for our agency business owner. So we're going to put that test contact back on there, click Select, and as you can see, it populates the data. Now it's a matter of filling out the rest of the information. So we're going to fill out our information here. We're going to fill out our project description. So once that's been filled out, we're going to navigate down to our Pin QA here, and we're going to fill out all of the questions that we can successfully answer, right? So is this request a gets full service agency? We'll say yes, and we'll continue down the line here. As you can see, if I answer certain questions, right? If I answer this question as yes, there may be subsequent questions that pop up based off of the answer. So make sure you're answering these questions accurately. As you can see, if I click no, that question goes away, right? So we're going to fill out the rest of our information here. So once we've filled out all of our information, you can see there's two fields at the bottom. Is an IT temporary staffing form needed, or is an exemption request required? So for each one of these, if you click yes, the EPMO team will then reach back out to you to make sure that you are fulfilling these needs here. So once all this has been completed, right, we have filled out all of our information here. As you can see, go to the very bottom, and we're going to click Submit. As you can see here, right, the form could not be submitted for the following reason, right? The time constraint date must have a valid date format, right? So if you answer these questions incorrectly or the format is incorrectly, there will be an error at the top of the page that you can follow, right? We'll find time constraint date right here, and we will change that date to today, right? And now we can click Submit, right? So it'll say processing. And as you can see, this page will render as it could take up to a minute. And as you can see, it now says investment details, and all of the information provided prior to clicking submit has now saved. If we scroll all the way down, you can see a new section has appeared, and that is our business case section. This is where you're going to be uploading documents, right? Our business case or our procurement documents or other forms, and notifying GTA when you have submitted those or when you expect to submit those. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go under agency procurement contact and use the same functionality that we've used in past videos for the agency business owner and agency primary contact. So we're going to click on the magnifying glass here. Same functionality, we're going to find the contact that we're looking for. In this case, it's the test contact, and we're going to click select. Okay. So at this point, we want to notify GTA that we are eventually going to submit these business cases at a later date or procurement documents, right? So we're going to come into this expected business case submission date field, and we're going to find the date that we're expecting to finish it on, right? We're going to upload this on this date. So in this case, let's say we're going to be able to do it on Monday, right? Next Monday coming up. And we think that our procurement documents are going to be able to be submitted, let's say the day later, right? So at that point, we're going to click submit. And when you see submit here, you're going to see a pop-up window that says, if a business case is required to be submitted, please verify that you have done so in the business case section of the form. Basically, all this is saying is giving you an alert to make sure that you need to submit a business case if it's required. Okay. So to get rid of this message and move forward, we're just going to click OK. And it's going to bring us back to our case view here, right? So at this point, right, we're going to click right back into test initiative, and we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and we are now ready to upload our business case, right? So at this point, you may ask, how do we actually upload one of these documents, right? So we're going to click into our business case or APD subfolder here. And as you can see, there's nothing in this subfolder at the moment besides this subfolder of the subfolder, archive. The archive subfolder is for when there are multiple versions of these business cases or procurement documents. We want to save those, but those aren't the ones that we're actually using for our submission here, right? So to add our business case, we're going to navigate over to add files, right? We're within that subfolder. We're going to choose the file. It brings us to our library. We're going to select the file that we're looking for. The file I'm looking for is example business case. We're going to click add files. And now you can see that example business case is within the subfolder, right? If I go back to all, you see business case or APD. I click into business case or APD and you still see it, right? So you're not done at this point. At this point, we still need to notify GTA that you have submitted your business case, right? So we're going to come over to business case submission date, and we're going to say, oh, I submitted it on the 19th, right? The day that I thought I was going to. We're going to click the 19th, and we're going to come down to the bottom and click submit, right? Same pop-up window comes up. We're going to click OK. It's going to bring us back to our view. And you can see the case status went from PIN submitted to business case submitted. So this notifies GTA that you have submitted a business case.